Have you seen Freaks and Geeks?
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah,
I learned all of it.
Amazing, right?
Awesome.
How does a show like that get canceled after one season?
So I think that happens now too. They're like these amazing shows, but we have so many streaming networks that it's hard for them to find an audience.
They made the next series where they're in college. That's pretty much like that same circle of actors. And it's
Sure, you're not talking about Saved by the Bell, the college years?
No. Oh, that was tremendous, by the way. I ended up watching that in college. It came out when I was in college.
I'm still in
Mario
love with Kelly
Lopez.
Kapowski.
Of course.
I follow her on
Who
social
wasn't?
media. She's still hot.
I think the smartest thing she did was come back out, like after Saved by the Bell, she came out on like 90210 as like the bad girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Yeah,
Phenomenal.
because she was
Yeah.
like the sweet girl on stage.
Let me tell you what. If you weren't watching Fox on a Monday night in college, there's something wrong with you.
That cast of Saved by the Bell, by the way,
Yeah.
bangers. Like they're all
Mario
most of them are
Lopez?
still working.
Elizabeth
Mario's
Berkley
cute.
and Mario Lopez didn't do as well, though.
Mario Lopez?
He's on Entertainment
he's like a-
Tonight.
He's a
I was gonna say-
zillionaire though.
He's a-
Like he's
yeah.
on
Oh,
everything.
okay. But anything good?
You didn't like Showgirls?
but
No.
No, he's like a Chris O'Donnell. Like he's on the
He keeps
morning talk
popping up.
shows.
But Chris
and-
He's
O'Donnell-
probably made more money
yeah.
than anyone on that cast right now.
I don't know. What's his
I
name
bet
there?
you-
Zach. He's
Well,
got.
yeah,
he's
he's done some good series.
Yeah.
He's actually probably the
Isn't he
best
playing
actor.
some dark villain or something in a new show? Or
Probably.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
saw some promo.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He's like a serial
Oh,
killer
right.
that the cop then
She,
traps him and tortures him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, she did well too.
Who's this now?
Kelly.
Kelly Kapowski.
She's
What
on
about
my.
Lisa Tuttle?
I
She's
never
on my
saw
top
Lisa
five.
Tuttle again.
Didn't she not go nuts? Is it the one?
Like
think she did,
No, I thought she
yeah.
had health issues.
Lark
She had some
Voorhees.
mental health issues. Did you just Google that, or did
No, I knew that was
That
her
was in
name.
the
How do you
stores
forget
if
that
you-
name?
Hey, Dustin Diamond did okay for himself, didn't he?
just
Bingo.
Ooh,
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Yeah.
Pornos.
Bingo. That move. That move.
Voorhees filed a lawsuit against the National Enquirer for libel over an article that included claims published in June of 2005 that she had a drug problem.
And was related to Jason Voorhees?
Does not say that. That is unconfirmed. Oh, Voorhees was diagnosed with schizoaffective disorder in 2015, but did not publicly reveal it until 2020.
Until their dad published it on.
Okay. You should update these Wikipedia things. You seem to know a lot here.
No, I just made that up. I pulled that right out of my ass.
You can make
Maybe
stuff
I
up
should
on
know.
her.
Who's gonna? Yeah,
Hey, you can.
Who's
No,
gonna check?
anyone can.
anyone can.
You know, one of my favorite movie shows when I was a kid was Meatballs.
Nice.
I know that movie by heart.
Just doesn't
Yeah.
It
That's a-
just doesn't matter.
That's a pretty problematic movie.
I think
I
there's
mean-
more problems with Meatballs.
70s.
Two, when they had
Yeah.
the alien in it.
Me Ted. Call me Ted.
Yeah,
Me
none
Ted.
of those sequels are even related to each other,
No.
No.
right?
There needs to be a law against that. I have a problem with
Saying the
that
sequel that-
Halloween. What was it? 3 Season of the Witch.
Totally, yeah.
It has nothing to do with Michael Myers. Just call it something else.
Although he was
he
in the
was
movie.
technically he was in the movie.
Well, they had to give him a.
It
How
was
many-
supposed to be an
It was the
anthology
same.
series. That's
Yeah.
what John Carpenter wanted to do.
Because I love the first Halloween.
Oh,
I think
the
it's
first two. I
brilliant.
think are
Yeah, the
classics.
two as
Godfather
well,
1 and
but-
2 right there. Halloween 1 and 2.
I mean,
Same-
just, the fact that it was kind of the same with Jaws, the fact that they had budgetary restrictions made them be more creative with how they filmed things, and it ended
Yeah.
up working so much better. Like the dark and the light. I just thought Carpenter was brilliant.
I thought Carpenter
Love him.
directed the second one, but he
Rick
didn't.
Rosenthal.
Yeah, very good.
Come on.
Nice.
Come on now.
He wrote the screenplay, but he did
Yeah.
not direct it. Yes. So, how many of these
I
Halloween movies have you seen?
All of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Like,
You've seen all of them.
Like the
Even
Jason
like the Rob
versus
Zombie
Michael
one?
Myers.
Zombies?
Yeah.
Oh,
Zombie did one that
He
was
did two
really
of them.
good, and the second
Yeah.
one was so bad.
Awful.
yeah.
I wanted to kill
But let me
myself, and
just
I
say-
love Rob Zombie. I love him.
I do too. But
As-
I was.
As a
I'm
screenwriter,
kind of
as a
over
musician.
him though, because he just does things for shock value, and it's kind of lost the effect now. I don't think, honestly, I didn't need to have a backstory for Michael Myers. There was enough of a backstory.
I thought it was kind of cool.
The
It's
first
sort
one
of what,
was.
like,
The-
I didn't
like, the
want to
first
like it,
one-
but the first one was good.
Yeah. I was
The,
like,
well, the
beyond
second one with the
that-
horses, like, what are we doing?
no,
Like, I
he
didn't
went
get
off the
it.
rails.
I'm like, what
He
are you?
went off the
yeah.
rails.
so original continuity is considered Halloween, Halloween 2, Halloween 4, Halloween 5, and Halloween Curse of Michael Myers. basically the first 6 movies without Halloween 3.
Yeah, that's one timeline.
Then it says anthology continuity, just Halloween Season of the Witch, which I guess what you were saying.
Yeah,
about
it's an
Carpenter's,
anthology,
right.
Yeah.
So then it says Dimension Films continuity
Yep.
is Halloween, Halloween 2, Halloween H2O, and Halloween Resurrection.
H2O was actually good.
H2O came out in
I feel like it
98.
wasn't. It was?
Comparatively.
Jamie Lee
Compared
Curtis.
to, it was the first time Jamie Lee came back.
Came back. Okay.
But
Well, wait a minute. They said 1, 2, and H2O? I thought it was just 1 and then H2O.
they went back to the original.
Says-
story
No, I know, but I
for
didn't think
H2O.
Halloween 2 was part of that.
No, they're calling that the Dimension Films continuity. I have more, but so they're saying Dimensions Film,
Oh.
Yeah, and then
Continuity.
Resurrection, which was the worst one out of all of them.
Halloween,
Which one?
Halloween 2.
Resurrection with
Oh, yeah.
Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes kills Michael Myers. Come on. Now. Come on.
So then
now.
they have the remake
kill him,
continuity,
though.
which is basically the Rob Zombie films.
Yep.
And then what they're calling Blumhouse continuity,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
which
Danny
is
McBride.
Halloween, the 2018 film, Halloween Kills, Halloween Ends.
Yeah.
They're all blending together for me now.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
Kills the one or Halloween Ends the one where they just had the entire neighborhood of people just beating the
2.
shit out of
That
them?
was the second Kills.
Kills.
Yeah, and then he ends up just killing like 40 people.
He
and,
just- yeah, he
like,
comes up and-
Yeah, it was
yeah.
like, I'm like, yeah, I'm good.
Isn't Jamie Lee
Yeah.
Curtis in all these?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now she's the grandmother, her daughter.
She's like Rambo. It's
Yeah.
just, it was, the
Yeah.
first one was okay. The beginning of the first one was all right. Actually, it wasn't bad at all.
right.
And
I
then
thought
it just,
was gonna, right.
you know.
That's
it was
amazing, though.
promising,
So
and
that's
then it
1,
just
2, 3,
went off the
4,
rails.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. You're saying you've seen
Oh, yeah.
You've seen all of them?
Probably more than once.
So they're
Wow.
not including the one where they did Freddy no.
No,
wasn't
he
it?
wasn't in
Not
that.
Freddy versus Jason, but
That's
there was
Jason,
definitely a Michael Myers versus Jason one.
No.
No.
I think it was a video game. I don't think it was a movie.
Yeah,
It
I
was-
don't think
you're
there
thinking
was
of Freddy
one.
and Jason.
No, I don't think there was one.
Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah, it was-
Freddy
But I
versus
was
Jason.
pretty sure there was there was one that was Michael Myers. They were like in New York City.
No, that was.
No, that was Jason Takes Manhattan.
Yeah.
that was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was just
oh,
him.
Just
Solo
him.
act. That's
Okay.
when he went
That was
solo.
awful.
That was so bad.
I saw that in the movie.
I saw. No, wait. I did see
Wow.
one, and they were in space.
Oh.
Jason X. Yeah.
There was 10 of those. Sorry. There's actually.
There's more Friday the 13th, I think.
It's got to be 13.
And people just eat them up. They
Actually,
just
more
keep
than 13.
going.
Because I think
Yeah.
13 was
Remade 'em.
supposed to be the last, and then they're like, let's have another
But
one.
then they
Well,
remade
is someone
him.
going to spend their money to go see this? Yeah. All
Yeah.
right. Then we'll.
So
do
this
another.
says Friday the 13th, Part 2, Part 3, then the final chapter, then A New Beginning, then Part 6, Jason Lives,
Alice Cooper's soundtrack.
Part 7, The New Blood, Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan, then
Was it?
Jason Goes to Hell, the final Friday.
That was good. I
That was
loved
in 1993.
it. Ate
And
his
then
That
heart.
was good.
Jason X was 2002, Freddy vs. Jason 2003, and then what they're calling here a remake of the original in 2009.
I thought they made a sequel to the remake. I thought they made two.
Oh, they did a TV
Wasn't
show
the-
too, didn't they?
The guy Jared Padalecki was in one of them.
Yeah, the new one.
Yeah.
But I thought they made a sequel
Where
to
they
that
they
too.
kept the girl. He kept the girl in a cage. In a cage.
That sounds fun.
It is. But the one Jason Goes to Hell, I like that. It was great because they're like they end up eating his heart and they get possessed. They become
Jesus.
Jason. Oh yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of these have really, really bad.
Plot.
Rotten
like
Tomatoes.
Rotten Tomatoes, yeah.
Lots.
You know what? The
11,
Acting.
17.
Acting.
The first one
Writing.
has 66%. Jason Lives has 55%. And Freddy vs. Jason has 41. The rest are all under 33%.
Well, I guess Feldman was married to this girl, and they had a reality show, and Corey Haim came to stay with them because he was struggling.
Yeah.
I remember bits and pieces of this, and it was just really sad.
Wasn't it like the Surreal World or?
No, I
Part of that
I watched
series?
that.
Of course you did.
He got married.
Sick bastard.
He
That
got
you
married
watched?
with I know. Well, this was like it was like 20 years ago.
All the greatest movies you've never seen, but you watched that.
I know. What the hell is the matter?
Well, for what it's worth,
Embarrassing.
it's probably you guys are just gonna make fun of me, but I'll explain it anyways. Reality TV, like for all the things I do, like I'm an editor. That's my passion is editing, and reality TV, the editor is the storyteller, as opposed to scripted shows. The writer is the storyteller. So even though a lot of reality TV is bad, I
A lot.
I bug out on how they edit and how they tell the story. So yes, I did watch the Surreal Life.
So how was Jersey Shore season 1?
It wasn't bad. I mean,
But it
Snooki
really
gets-
evolved in season
Snooki
2,
gets
right?
clocked in a fucking bar, but the cameraman didn't get it. So,
But
some
did
good
it really
editing.
happen?
And that Surreal Life, Corey Feldman married some girl who I think he's divorced from now, and MC Hammer, who was also on that season and is an ordained minister, married them.
Was
I think Vince Neil
was
was in
Vern
that.
on that?
I did watch
No,
the
that-
little person from
that was-
Vern Troyer.
Vern Troyer.
That was a
made
couple
me-
and he was
seasons
like
later.
a shrunken mess, like peeing.
That was a couple
in-
seasons later with Peter Brady and the girl that won
Adrienne.
the. Yep.
Oh, she was.
And then they had their
Oh,
whole
they're,
thing.
They're a train wreck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Surreal Life had a lot of stuff. That's
Wait,
where.
is that where Flavor Flav met?
And, yeah, that was another series.
What's her
That was
name?
another season.
Rocky's wife.
And then the dude from Taxi in Greece, that was all.
Oh,
up.
he's
Oh.
dead, right?
Yeah.
Conway?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Kevin
Nightmare,
Conway?
right?
Yeah, that was a train wreck. That's
Teeth-
kind of how
teeth
that.
were falling out and shit.
I think no wait, was that Surreal Life or Celebrity Rehab? I forget. He
It was
might have
probably
been on both.
rehab.
Was Dr.
Yeah,
Drew on both of those?
They all.
No, he wasn't on Surreal Life. I keep wanting to say Kanicki, but what the f is his name
Yeah.
again?
No, no,
Kinnicky.
in Greece.
Yeah, I know
Same
that's
guy.
his character. What's his
on
actor's
Taxi-
name though?
Conway.
Jeff Conaway.
Kevin
yeah.
Conway.
So this says Conaway left Taxi after the third season. Part of the reason was his drug abuse after season 1. Taxi writer Sam Simon recalled in 2008 that during production of Simon's first script for that show, a missing Conaway was found in his dressing room too high on drugs to perform. So they chopped up his dialogue and divided it between Danny DeVito and Christopher Lloyd, who delivered the jokes well enough that made the producers realize that Conway was expendable, and they fired him.
Jim Ignatowski.
Yeah,
Jim.
great.
What a great character.
Jim.
We've talked about the similarities between Taxi and Seinfeld. Did we talk about that last time?
Did we?
Did we? I don't think we did.
So lead guy is Jewish guy from New York. There's only one main character who's a female, and her name's Elaine. Kramer and
Jim.
Ignatowski
Yeah.
kind of burned out
Same character.
hickeys. Yeah, And
Short bald dude
short bald dude. Right.
Wow.
who was not likable.
Well, so there's that with George Costanza, but then there's also Louis/Newman, like the outside of the group that they don't really like.
They
There's
don't
a
have
couple more.
Latka on.
No, what about fucking Babu?
You're a very, 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 very bad man.
Right.
Very bad man.
Very bad man. I used to love Taxi. I've seen
Taxi
that a
was a
couple
great
times.
show.
I've rewatched that a few times. Still hilarious.
I hated it.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I liked it better
Why?
when I was older.
I liked the theme, and as soon as the theme was over, done.
Is that right?
Hated it. I was a Barney
Really?
Miller guy.
I mean, Barney Miller was great too, but Taxi's
Chico
fucking
and the
amazing.
Man.
I don't think I've ever seen an episode of
Yeah, I
Chico and the
wasn't
Man.
too good.
Welcome
Sanford
back,
and
Cotter.
Son.
Oh,
Sanford and
Sanford and Son. Forget about it. Done.
Brilliant.
Remote. I still watch that.
Welcome Back, Carter was my jam.
I had a
Yeah.
Welcome
Yeah.
Back
That
Cotter
was-
chalkboard.
I had the
I did.
What'd you write on that?
I had the lunchbox.
What didn't I write on it?
I had the
He said,
lunchbox.
it's problematic. That's what he wrote on it.
I had the lunchbox as well. Yeah, I think I had Up Your Nose with a Rubber Hose
Oh, I
T-shirt.
love it.
Pretty sure I had that T-shirt. I was Three's Company guy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
I've seen every episode of Three's Company
we had
at least.
no business
dozen.
watching that show.
Seriously.
The
I
age
learned
when
a
that
lot
came
about
out.
sex.
I mean, all the jokes.
speaking
over
about the
our
whole-
heads. It was
the whole
all
theme.
sexual innuendo. All of it. The whole thing.
And the whole theme is he's
Yeah.
a gay guy who's living
Right.
in.
Never knew
The
that.
only reason,
He has
Never
to
knew
say
it.
the
that
only
he's
reason
gay.
he's allowed to live there is because he's
Because
gay.
Because
Yeah.
he says that he's gay,
Right.
but
Yeah.
then he's but then he's.
I never
Definitely.
Wants to
understood.
be a
I'm like,
womanizer.
But now he's just. Yeah,
I'm like,
but
why
he-
is he
he's
run?
just
Like, why
creeping
is
on him.
why are they trying to fool? Like, I never understood that as a
Yeah.
kid. Like, why are they trying? Like,
Right, just let him live there.
Fucking
Yeah,
live
some
there.
of those
Roper
Roper
was-
episodes
Roper
when
was
he's
a little
doing like the
Roper.
thing,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's
Roper
bad.
They were supposed to be the Ropers were supposed to be like in their 50s,
I know.
they
like
probably
our
were
age.
back then. Back then, that's
Yeah.
what 50 looked like.
unless we're just
Hard
completely
living, man.
deluded. Yeah.
Hard living.
So they got
Poor,
hosed.
poor Helen Roper.
The
She
two
just-
actors there, Norman Fell and
Don Knotts.
nope, Audra Lindley.
Lindley.
Wow.
It's
Yeah.
amazing that you know
Should
their
not
names.
know
So
that.
they did the spin-off
that
of
name.
the Ropers.
Yeah.
Oh,
Norman
yeah.
Fell did not want to do it because he's like, I'm on a hit show. Why do I want to leave? And the producers told him, if you don't get canceled in the first season, then like if you get canceled in the first season, you can
We'll bring you back.
You can bring you back.
But
And
Don
so
Knotts was too good as early.
No, well, they purposely just. Well, I think that's probably it. They got Don Knotts come
Actually
in,
was.
and he was excellent, and so they purposely let the Ropers, the producers and the network got together and said, in order to, because it was in their contract that if it got canceled, they could come back, and so the networks and the producers kind of colluded and let the Ropers run for a full season
So they
until
would bring 'em
so
back.
that clause in the
And then-
contract was void, and then they basically out of a
didn't
job.
You
Chrissy,
never saw them again.
Didn't Chrissy, the original Chrissy,
Pitt.
mess up? She wanted more money, and they're like, okay, see you later.
Yeah, pretty much.
We'll just bring another hot blonde in. And
Right.
But honestly,
then another one
none of
after
them
that.
were as good as she was, though.
Yeah.
She was just perfect at playing that ditzy blonde.
Didn't they make what was it? Three's a Crowd?
Oh,
Yeah,
terrible.
that was so bad.
And it took place at the Regal Beagle?
Yeah, terrible. They lived
Yeah.
upstairs. No. At Jack's Bistro.
Jack's Bistro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
lived
he wore- yeah.
upstairs.
That's right.
That was a terrible
Honestly,
show.
the character just changed too much at
Right.
that point. Like, you need Jack to be kind of a jerk.
Yeah, but it doesn't make sense anymore without
No.
the like.
And the little kid, they had the cutesy little kid, and it was just stupid.
yeah,
That's like the
He
and
was brilliant.
I only know this from stuff I read. I don't even think I've ever watched an episode, but when they did the spin-off Joey from Friends, and they guess they made Joey like a bumbling idiot, like he couldn't get a date, and it's like,
He is a bumbling idiot, but
but
could-
right, but
yeah,
he was
but
he was up to his
getting a
knees.
date was not an
Yeah.
issue, right?
Yeah.
They totally changed his
Right.
character, and it
he was
was
fighting off with a stick.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Drown
no,
it,
no
drown
one
it.
wants to see Joey hard up. Not
right.
getting it. Not getting
Whoa,
it.
whoa, whoa,
Easy.
whoa.
Yeah,
How did you?
It's a family show.
I didn't say hard. I said
Oh,
No, you did.
family
You did.
show.
yeah.
Watch your mouth.